Hello, everybody. I have here on the couch with me today, Vallad. How you doing today, Vallad?
Good, yourself?
I'm good. So, I just wanted to know a couple of questions today and get to know you as an artist. So, where are you from?
I'm from Southeast DC.
DC?
Yeah.
And what was it like growing up around DC? Like, what was your experience?
I was in the house for the most part up until like my like mid teens. It was probably like 14, 15. That's really when I really started going out. And even then, it was like to one or two places that I would usually go to the same spot with friends. Shit. So
Right. So you hung out with your friends a lot.
yeah.
And what were you interested around that time frame? Like, what really piqued your interest as a 14, 15-year-old in DC?
Well, in that point in time, I think I was like in my ninth grade, so that's when I had like the year after I started music. I started my eighth grade year. It was like I forget the first Wednesday in October. I think it was like the 5th or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like October 5th, 2016. I be trying to remember that date so
That's
fast
good.
so I
So
don't
we blow
forget.
up. Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what day
I
it
think
all
I'm in the
started.
process so much information that I'd be hard to remember certain. So, but yeah. So the 5th of October in 2016 is when I started music. It was a Wednesday. I remember because my an administrator was playing like the instrumental to a song. It was like well, at that time it was "Cut It" by Shock Lizzy. So I had made like a remix to that. And towards like the end of the like semester, I had like performed it in front of the school and they was talking about the song.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so cool. What was it like doing that? Like, were you like afraid? Were you nervous? Like, what kind of emotions did you process from doing it?
I was very anxious about it. I won't lie. I was with my brother at the time because my school was like it was 8th grade through 12th. Right. So I was in 8th. My brother was in what 11th I think. No, my brother was in 12th. I was in 8th. Yeah. We was 4 years apart. So yeah. I was sitting there. I was sitting there when we was all the way in the back, like say like cafeteria type area. Front's where they perform at. So we sitting in the back and it's just like. I'm asking me, should I go up there and perform this? I was practicing. He's like, I don't know. Like, fuck it. I went up there, and I was like the last person to go. Everybody was just going because we was just leaving. It was like the end of the day.
Right.
And it like set like a whole pandemonium out in the crowd, and I was like, I had addicted to that.
Right, and people were leaving, so people were really like, okay, let's wrap this up. But they stayed to hear you perform.
Yeah.
That's really cool, especially as like an artist. I know that was probably like a really cool experience for you starting out.
Yeah, that really made me get into the artistry and dive into the arts more.
Biggest inspirations or biggest influences for your career?
I feel like I tell people when I respond with who it is. Like the first person, obviously people will guess, but like everybody else, they would kind of squint. I always say Cole, Gates,
Okay.
and A Boogie. Those my top three.
A Boogie is definitely very interesting because I was listening to those samples that you sent me, and they were all pretty good, honestly, from what I heard. I really wanted to talk about specifically Superman and Pick Up Your Feet too. Upon listening to it, I just think it's so interesting because like when I heard Superman, that was like my favorite one starting off. Superman was really good. And then I heard Pick Up Your Feet too, and I was like, I don't know. I mean, between the two of them, there's a lot of good songs on the track, but they're two different like sounds kind of, but with one cohesive message. And I like that about your music. And there was one song in particular, I forget which one, but it did kind of give me A Boogie. Like I heard a lot of A Boogie in it, so I think that's pretty interesting. What genre have you gravitated to the most?
I mean, off of the respective hip hop alone, I would have to say hip hop. Like off the influence it's had on me and the culture as a whole, and what it's been able to like affect going down, and how it's created all these subgenres within hip hop.
Right.
I feel like I really try to not really stay in one subgenre. Like I explore the entire genre of hip hop and music as a whole, because I feel like music is like is deeper than any experience. It's a language. It's so much.
It evokes so much emotion.
A lot. Right? Where like even like things without words, say you listen to like an instrumental or certain vibrations, and it'll have a certain effect on your body psychologically and mentally and whatnot. So I would have to say, as far as like genres and whatnot, I definitely gravitate towards hip hop more. But I've I've started exploring. I've definitely started exploring.
Right. The style is pertaining to you as an artist. What would you say your style is?
That's 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 difficult to answer, honestly. I would.
Take your time.
I would probably say it's like almost like a chameleon, right? With the style, it's not like a chameleon can have its own specific pattern and colors, right? That it comes out with. Like I could have my own unique style that I bring to certain genres that I do approach, right? Or in the way that I do approach them, but like in any setting, I can flourish. Like I've never been the type that just, I don't know, like, I've always made something out of nothing. That's I love that challenge of making something out of nothing.
Taking something minuscule and flipping it and making it something bigger.
Yeah, that's really what I'm into, which is why I tend to switch genres so much, because it's challenging, you know?
It's challenging but very rewarding. Because when I listened to Pick Up Your Feet, too, it really reminded me of Broke It a Minute by Tory Lanez. Yeah. And I realized on some of your samples that you play around a lot with your vocals, not only, but you also can have the aspect of like hip hop, like you were talking about. What about your music is the most important to you? Like it could be a message you're trying to send, maybe the art of actually making your music. Like what would you say is most important to you? Lyrics, beats?
I would have to say the most important thing about my music to me, as far as like how it's digested, is just mainly that it's received. That I want music to make, like I want my music to make people feel like how I felt, like when I first was hearing like certain songs and whatnot. Like how music helped me cope in certain situations, or how music helped me figure out who I was, like in certain moments of I forget the term for it, like people trying to find themselves or whatnot. But yeah, like when identity crisis, that's what it was. When I like was going through an identity crisis, is what most adolescents do, and how music just helped me find my way through that. I just hope my music can like resonate with a lot of people more than anything. That it can show people that you don't really have to be confined to much. Right? If you're an artist, then that's it. There's no other label on that. Right. You're not just a singer or something. You're an artist.
Right, and I find that nowadays we're kind of venturing away from the specific title and the specific labels. I feel like people are just identifying as artists now because there's so much versatility in music now that it's hard to really confine yourself and put yourself into one box. So that's what would you say some of your goals are as an artist?
I got this one like fantasy which I kind of halfway achieved already, which is insane to say. But it was my first main goal was to perform in my city. Right. Like just have a like on a say like the Lincoln Memorial, the whole pond, like front to back to the Washington statue. That would be tough to flood the whole scene like on some Million Man March type shit. That'd be hard. Yeah, that would be dope. They all came out for the like I'm the main act. That's crazy. I'd bring my city out. That'd be fun.
It's definitely achievable.
But before that, it was there's this video on TikTok. I saved this in my phone, but there's this video on TikTok where it's like Cole. He's performing. I forget what song it is. If I said I'm in love, that right? Yeah, he's performing it, and like while he's singing, he's getting to the end of the hook. The verse starts, and he stops. The beat cuts, and the whole crowd is rapping his verse to him.
Well, this has gotta be the longest crush ever. If I ever get the fucking be the longest bus ever. Love is a drug like the strongest stuff ever. Vietnam, make some motherfucking noise.
For them.
Oh my god.
It's like they all in unison. It's crazy. And
Right.
At the end, they came back to the hook, and it was like a whole crowd of people like, "Would you believe me if I said?" I would cry in that moment.
Right.
I would literally not know how to act.
Because that's really deep, and I'm telling you, like, the type of lyrics that you can create with your music, it's interesting to see the fans' connection to the artist. Because, like I said, especially somebody like J. Cole, like, he has music that people, especially like young men, really relate to. So you would say that would be your goal, is to have an audience where your fans know your music so well that they can sing it back to you.
Yeah, that would be.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely achievable. I think you could do it. What about you?
I think I could pull that off. I don't think it would be more of like a more like a win.
When, yeah.
Which just kind of makes it more exciting because like it's like you're anticipating like a drop in a roller coaster almost, right? But yeah, I'm really just excited to start all of it.
And do you produce your own music, correct?
Yeah, I do everything with the music.
And you do everything yourself. Do you find that is hard at sometimes? Because I understand that when it's personal to the artist, like it could get a little nitpicky, not in a bad way, but like in a tedious way, because everybody's their own biggest critique. So do you find it's a little bit hard sometimes trying to kind of make a flow and then like type on it on the with the engineering things? Like how does that work?
It's definitely a complicated balance at times. Initially, when I first started, it was difficult trying to like catch a balance and a feel for it. But once I got used to it, it was a lot easier.
I wanted to ask you, where do you expect to go with your music? Like, where do you think that it's going to take you?
Hopefully around the world. I want to travel a lot. I want to like see and experience a lot because I know it's a lot out there.
Right.
I've been trapped on the East Coast my whole life, so when I finally like just get to see. So when I finally get to see like new experiences, that's really gonna I feel like affect and impact my music a lot. And I'll be able to make like maybe not even crazier stuff, but maybe more intricate pieces or more diverse in subject matter.
Right.
So I want to be able to expand because I know it's a lot out there that I don't know.
Where would you want to perform first? Like, what's one city like you gotta perform in? Besides your own, of course, because I know that's important.
What city would I want to bring out? I bring out Philly.
Philly? Yeah. You gotta stop by Philly.
I'm gonna bring Philly out.
I got a Philly native. You got a Philly native in the building. You gotta bring Philly out.
I'm surrounded by Philly natives.
I know. We're
the only non-Philly native. No, but I definitely want to bring Philly out. I've been showing a lot of love by the brothers in the back.
All right. Well, thank you for sitting down with me today. When do you plan on releasing?
I plan on releasing. That's crazy. I plan on releasing on May. The date I'm looking at right now is May 6th. But if I can have the project done before that, that'd be cool. But I really want to take my time so it comes out like how I want it to sound. So it's received in the way that it needs to be received.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you have a name yet?
I don't. That's the one thing I don't have.
Okay, well, everybody look out for Vallad's music coming out soon, hopefully May 6th. And thank you for sitting down on the couch with me today. My name is Rain, and thank you for joining us.